For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of a tour around our indoor showroom and our awning collection for the 2020 season. So what we'll do is kind of a little bit look around our display showroom, talk through a few points and talk also about really how we've got everything cross-referenced. So you haven't got to worry about seeing a particular item on size. We'll have something that will fit the size, the shape and the spec. So you got a really near as good idea to what it's like seeing it in the flesh. So throughout the awning range, we'll start with the caravan awnings, sort of work our way to sort of the driveway motorhomes awnings. So we've got the Club 390 Plus on there, so it's the brand new model with the zip-on, zip-off extension pieces, as you can see. The inflatable profile windbreak as well, but we've also got the free and the pole version, again, that kind of cross-reference thing. Yeah, again, really, that's a new 2020 model, so you've got, like I said, the zip-on side parts or even the zip underneath there, sort of to give the full kind of front canopy if you wanted to as well. In the Van Gogh range, from sort of the caravan side of things, we've got their sort of very unique Vienna awning with their sort of Tenkati fabric. So they do that obviously in that model or in different spec. So you've got the Montalina, same size, different fabric. So to kind of see that, we've got the nice model, the 330, so newer size in Montalina, as well as it matches their new fixed motorhome awning range as well. So again, by having them both side by side, you can see the fabric of the one, the depths and the widths and all in one place. So it works really quite nicely, as well as obviously the inflatable structure. We'll head back round now and go towards some more caravan awnings. But again, the joys of simply being all indoors is the fact you haven't got to worry about if it's chucking down rain like it is now. We're all sort of safe and dry. And yet again, you've got a sort of freedom to sort of explore around. Dogs, as always, are welcome as long as they're on leads. And yeah, you've got a nice real sort of spacious area you can sort of check everything out in the flesh and feel the quality of things. We kind of in sort of the new season, we've got things like your sort of more price pushy stuff, something like your Swift inflatable. We do the poled version as well, but to see the idea of it all, a nice sort of Rally 200. So in the camper range, you find we'll have a 200, 260, 330, 390 sizes, and then again also in all the different depths. So the 250, 275, 3 meters depth. So again, a broad spectrum of sizes to make sure that you can always make sure what you're looking to purchase is basically something you can see in the flesh here take away. So we've got the Rally 200 on display. Again, nice sort of start of poled awning. You're getting their normal sort of pearl grey fabric. The Pro free windbreak matches really nicely with obviously the panelling, which we've got in the 5 in the air system. So a little bit different, we've got the Motor Montalina on display. Not Motor, the Motor Rally fixed awning for caravans and motorhomes. This basically essentially is the same as the 260 in the caravan version. So with this, you can get a really good idea for the size, and also the tall annex as well, which is quite nice to have and see that on display. You don't really see that too often with the inner bedroom all nicely in there. As we flip round, we sort of come to the all-season side of things. So we've got the all-season Ace, which is obviously quite unique in their all-season range. And like with the Club, they also do the Club all-season, exactly the same, but then you've got the all-season fabric with the Ace here as well. And you've got the normal kind of Ace style design, 3 meters depth, by that kind of sort of bay window kind of open front. Moving on to the Grande all-season, yet again with the additional sort of side pods you can add to it from it. Like we've got with the Club, yet again cross-reference, but in the all-season fabric. So yeah, again between that and the Club, you've got the modular designs, but also the 2 different fabrics that camper tend to offer as well. Drive Away 330, so yet again it's a freestanding, more meant for the motorhome kind of side market. Just gives you that flexibility of leaving it up when you want to drive away, leave this freestanding, and get the better thing. So yeah, again, you've got the whole range of something like the 330 or the 260. So those sizes are quite happily covered with the Grande and also the normal Rally. And yet again, the whole kind of structure is very unique. So that's why we've gone kind of like with this. As we kind of head round, we sort of move into kind of more of our sort of freestanding awnings section. We'll just loop back round to finish off caravanning quite nicely with a few models we've got from Van Gogh. So we've got the Van Gogh, as you saw, the Vienna on the far side next to the Montalina. we then move into kind of where their sort of starting point is a little bit, which is the Braemar. So the Braemar 300 here, positioned with their new, got some nice Sentinel windbreak with the crossbars. Again, you can sort of see the heights and the sort of features built into that particular model. So the Braemar 300 works really nicely. And then the brand new Tuscany. So the Tuscany is on display in the 380 size, so kind of the Calari replacement. Also with the mesh windows, sort of mesh panels at the front, which were included, situated in place with a double zip. So again, it's small little features and tweaks like that does really sort of change it. And certainly, I think the new kind of design of it looks a bit more smarter than the traditional Calari. Moving back through into kind of the driveway thing, so whether it's be a motorhome or more likes of your sort of small T5s or even your kind of panel vans, you know, your midlines, we normally have something to kind of happily fit. In the camper range, we've got something like the Trip Air, really popular model. Yet again, they do a pole version of this as well, so exactly the same size, but you can kind of choose what you're sort of, where you want poled or air. The Travel Pod Mini, we've sort of got a few of these left, so we're moving down, and we will probably in season, when most people might pop into us, we'll have the Van Gogh Pharos on display. Yet again, offering some poled from Van Gogh, but very similar in terms of styling as well. One of the bit of more of a showpiece, which we'll come to in a second, is the Magra. So we've got this set up really quite nicely with the dual entrances and also an inflatable windbreak. But round the corner, yeah, again hitting more of kind of a more price point, which will quite complement the Pharos on the other side, is the Van Gogh Nusa. Yet again, a side-fitting pole awning. Quite yet again to sort of see the difference in terms of space between something like this and something like the Pharos. I think that will be a really quite nice idea to fit your sort of real needs. In the corner, we've got the new Sport Tolga, kind of the Magra's little brother, if you will. Yeah, again, a bit more compact size, VW specifically designed, so it's sort of 180 to 195. But space-wise, it's something that is very well spec'd, gives you an ample amount of room without being too big. Yet again, you still got things like a brow canopy, so it kind of, in my opinion, is going to outshine the Cruise of the 2019 collection. A very much a household name, which is the Galley. So between the Galley and the model we've got behind it, which is the Jura, we kind of, again, cross-reference two fabrics. We've got their sort of Sentinel kind of Pro fabric, and then we got their Sentinel Signature, so the sort of like polycotton material. So like you've got almost a polycotton Keeler, and then a polyester Rhone, or the Galley, which most people tend to know it as. So again, you can see the size and the shape and the space that gives you, but also the two options of fabrics, whether you go for the polyester double ripstock or whether you go for the polycotton. Yet again, the two tonal parts, the tunnel we've got out even on the Jura, which this model is as well, to get that distancing about right. As we come around the corner, we can also get a bit more idea of the Magra. You're going to side fitting, so the entrance would be here, and you've got sort of the front and back canopy. And like I said, we've got it positioned quite nicely with the new modular windbreak, just to really create that kind of home away from home, and just give that extra bit of shelter space with that sort of offset canopy. Behind us over here, we've got the very much loved Hexaway low as well. So again, more of a different design, more like a living area for your vehicle, with the toggle in, toggle out ground sheets and the mesh windows at the front. So yeah, again, the tunnels out on that as well to give you a bit more idea of sizing. And last, by no means least, we've got the Touring Classic on display. So it's camper's kind of version to the Galley in polycotton, but then we've got the polyester version as well, situated in the camper hailing tent over the far side. So again, same idea where you can choose your fabric. Difference being, of course, with this is you've got a frontal zip as well as in the bedrooms included. But if you have any more questions or queries, I mean, this obviously showroom does sort of chop and change throughout the season, but this is pretty much how it's going to be running for the 2020 season. So you can always ask us and see if there's any particular models that you want to know, but we feel we cross-reference pretty much everything we sell. So again, you can come in here, get the advice you need, we can measure your van and make sure that you've got a real idea of what essentially you'll be looking to take away. So there's nothing quite like sort of seeing it and working out in your head whether that's going to be the right item for you. But any more question queries, feel free to comment below. Alternatively, check the link below for our website. But that's everything in terms of our 2020 showroom with us here at Attwoolls.